Hey everyone, and Sul from your mom's place. Welcome back to another speed building video. It has been a while since I posted my last video. Not terribly long, but definitely longer than I would have liked to go. I was having a bit of computer trouble, so sorry about that. And it seems to be better now. I think I've figured it out, but stay tuned. Knock on wood. Hopefully it's all figured out now. I'm also trying out a new video editing software. So yeah, if videos are a little slow in the next little while, just mind your business. But anyway, today we are building a cute little A-frame cabin. I was so hyped that I finally got my game working again and I could get back into The Sims and start building. I had so much fun. This is for a single sim, I was thinking. You could definitely fit a couple in here. Might be a little squishy, but there's enough, there's enough space for a couple, I think. So I'm building on this really cute lot that came with the Windenburg world, which came with Get Together. It's super cute, super secluded. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's actually called Mid Nowhere. And I don't know, it's just super adorable. It's also only 20 by 20 tiles, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But I love a smaller lot. I feel like they're so much easier to fill up and make cute. Also, I have sort of a short attention span, I've noticed, so I think maybe I like smaller lots because it takes less time to fill them up and I don't lose interest, if that makes sense. I don't know. I think that might be what's going on, but as you can see, I'm making this cabin above a cute little pond area. I added a bunch of dock space. And I did mean to connect the upper deck space to the lower space with a staircase. It was there a second ago, I swear, but it got deleted as I was sort of fiddling with the wall heights. You may have noticed I'm doing quite a bit of trial and error with the exterior of this house, especially the doors and in a minute the wallpapers too. It does come together quite nicely. I really love the way that this turns out, but yeah, it does take a minute for me to figure out what actually looks cute here. So, bear with me. This wallpaper that I've just placed down doesn't stay. I actually change it in a little while for some of the werewolf wallpapers, which I think are really cute. So it turns out nice. Trust me, just hold on. But I added some of these wall growing roses from the Get Together pack. I think they are so cute. I always mean to use them in my builds, but I always forget. And then this day, this time, I just noticed there was a bunch of empty wall space, just really tall for these vines to grow on, and I thought it was the perfect opportunity to use this item. Like I said, I think it's adorable. And this isn't necessarily a fall build, but I definitely think it has some cozy autumn vibes. I am building in the season of autumn. I didn't really let autumn progress very much. This is the very first day of autumn. I just loaded into my game and thought it looked nice with a few yellowing plants around. I didn't really bother to let more of the plants turn red and yellow and whatnot. Just because I thought it was nice like this, especially with this morning lighting. I think it's just adorable. It's almost like golden hour. Anyway, I've just begun sort of landscaping this area. I really wanted it to look just, built into the world around it. So I tried to pick plants that I saw in the world around, things that matched and just looked natural, lots of random patches of grass and whatnot. I also added these really cute pink rose bushes. They are from the base game, I believe, and sized them up. I think they are so cute and they match the roses on the front of the build really well. So I thought maybe that could give the impression that there's some wild roses here that just sort of took over the house a little bit. I thought that was really fun and kind of realistic. Funny story, when my older brother was just little and he went to Scouts camp, he came back with a rose bush for my mom and they planted it in the backyard. Fast forward to 10 years later, this rose bush had totally taken over a large chunk of the yard. It was huge. Imagine a big rose bush and then double it, maybe triple it. And it got to the point where it was really just destroying our yard. So my mom had to pay someone to uproot it, get rid of it. It was just taking over our yard. We couldn't have it anymore. So thankfully our yard is okay now, or I guess my parents' yard. My parents' yard is okay now, but unfortunately their neighbors have like remnants of the rose bush. I guess it's spread all the way to our neighbor's yard, and it is like taking over a large chunk of their yard too. So we always feel really bad about that, honestly, that we kind of ruined our neighbor's yard. But anyway, just a funny little story. I also added some lily pads to the pond that have little pink flowers on them. So I guess pink flowers are a big theme for the exterior of this build. And I added one of those ladders from, oh my god, what is the name? From the high school years pack. I added one of those sort of off of the dock area. I'm not actually sure if your Sims can go down that ladder, because when I was playtesting this lot, I totally forgot to playtest that part. But if they can, I think that's really, really fun. And if they can't, it's just a cute touch. So you win some, you lose some. Anyway, now we are working on the interior here. Just decorating this upstairs bedroom space. I really, really love how it turned out, honestly. I use this cute little bed from Seasons in a sort of pink swatch, and then I add this really cute canopy over top with the fairy lights. That item came from the high school years pack, and ever since I saw that in the trailer, or I don't know where I saw it, but I remember being like, I'm gonna build with that all of the time. And for some reason, I totally forgot that that item existed until this build. And I don't know, I finally got around to using it, and now I'm in love with it. I think I'm going to use it all of the time. So if you see me using that in literally every build from now on, mind your business. But anyway, in this corner here, sort of across from the bed, you have a ladder so that you can access the upstairs. Of course, you can also access it from the deck outside. There's a staircase that sort of leads right into this upstairs space, but you also have a ladder, so options, I guess. And then I added a cute little dresser here from Cottage Living and some flowers. I don't know if I've mentioned this yet, but I was thinking that the Sim who lives here would be a florist. So I just add some flowers here and there throughout the home to sort of lean into that florist vibe. I also add a flower arranging table downstairs when I actually furnish the downstairs in a little while, kind of getting ahead of myself, but yeah. And then I'm just cluttering up this desk space here with a few clutter items. I went with this typewriter computer from Cottage Living as well. I know that's a bit of a controversial item, not everybody likes it, but I really do. I think it's like pretty aesthetic, like cuter than a normal computer, so I find myself using that item a lot actually. And then my favorite rug from high school years, a little guitar, and some paintings on the walls. Just trying to clutter up this space, make it look lived in. Oh, and speaking of clutter, are you guys excited for that new pack? The Clutter Kit, Everyday Clutter Kit, I think it's going to be called, as well as the Pastel Pop Kit. I think those are coming out really soon, right? Like in the next week or something. Again, don't quote me on this. Like, I'm really out of the loop. I don't know exactly when we're getting those, but I think it's pretty soon. And I'm really excited. Like, personally, I am probably going to get both of them. I'm at least going to get the clutter kit because I love a bit of good clutter. But let me know what you think down below. I know kits are like a little controversial. Like, they're definitely a cash grab. I'm not going to deny that. It's just that I'm not better than that, if that makes sense. Like, I will completely give them all of my money for a little bit of serotonin, if that makes sense. Like, I'll give them my firstborn child for a clutter kit, if you know what I mean. But anyway, we've moved on to the downstairs now, started sort of furnishing and figuring out where everything is going to go. I decided that the kitchen would work best in this back corner, and then I would have sort of a living space right in the center. So I went with these counters and cabinets from the Country Kitchen Kit. That was a lot of C's. That was a lot of alliteration, but yeah, I really like the way that the kitchen turned out. It left space for a little dining area, only 3 seats, but still that's pretty spacious, especially for a 1 to 2 Sim household. I also added a cute little vase of flowers here on the table, pink again. I guess that really was a big theme with this house, is like little pink rosy flowers. But anyway, as far as curtains go, I went with these really plain ones from the base game. These are honestly my favorite curtains in the whole game. They're just really simple and really easy to place. When they made the swatch update, I want to say about a year ago, where they added a bunch of swatches to base game items, they gave us this gorgeous like white creamy swatch of these curtains, and it honestly saved my life because now they fit in every single build and I will never not use them. But anyway, adding a little bit of clutter here in the kitchen as well as some tile. That tile is from Parenthood, I want to say, and it's kind of pink, kind of cute, a little purpley. I really liked the way that that looked. And here in the corner we have a little bathroom space. It is only 3 tiles wide. I do these kinds of bathrooms all the time, but just in case you're new here, this is totally functional. You take 3 tiles. In the center, you put either the snowy escape shower or the university shower, because your Sims can walk right through there like nothing's there. And then on either side, you put a sink and a toilet. So it's completely functional and it only uses a few tiles, great for small spaces. And yeah, I really like the way that it turned out. I added this slightly more old-fashioned mirror above the sink, as well as some toiletries, some toothbrushes, and a soap dispenser. And yeah, it's just really cute, this space. I added a pink bathrobe as well for a touch of personality. And yeah, there's not really much more I can say about that bathroom. Anyway, moving back out into the living space, I added a little, not chimney, fireplace. I added a little fireplace from Eco Lifestyle, and I sized it up a little bit to make it look, I don't know, just bigger, like more of a statement, I guess. And added this 2-seater couch from high school. I didn't think this space was quite big enough for a 3-seater couch, so a love seat will have to do. And then I added 2 teeny tiny little coffee tables from base game. They're actually outdoor furniture, and then I sort of stack them inside one another and add a plant. I thought that was pretty cute. And then, like I said, I added the flower decoration tables. And then I also added those like degrees that came with the high school years pack. I added those above the flower station. And I was just thinking maybe she got an education in floristry, is that what you call it? I don't know. Or maybe she's won some awards for being a great florist. I don't know. I also added a little pink ribbon above there. Maybe she won a flower contest. I don't know, honestly, but I just couldn't decide what I wanted to put above there, and that item fit really nicely, so. And now we are just moving outside, adding some planter pots. I thought it would make sense for this sim to grow their own flowers, so when I was playtesting this build, I made sure to add a flower to every single one of these pots. And yeah, so if you download this build, you will have all of the flowers you need ready to go. I know you don't necessarily need to grow your own flowers to work as a florist, but I thought it just might be a fun touch for gameplay. Of course, they're all just starter flowers, so if you want something else, something more exciting, just uproot my flowers and add your own. I won't even be mad, I won't even be offended. And then I'm adding some pillars here to sort of hold up this upper deck space. I know physics doesn't really matter in The Sims, but it just looks better to me like this. Like, it looks a lot less dangerous, like it's just gonna crush your Sims out of nowhere. And then, yeah, I add some more planter pots as well as a bee box in the corner. So that's actually really good for your plant's health. That will help them to like flourish and grow really well. But yeah, we're coming to the end of this build. I think I add just a telescope. Yeah. Anyway, so thank you so much for watching. If you like this content, maybe subscribe for more of my videos or leave a like to help me out. I'll leave all the information down below if you want to download this off the gallery. Yeah, just thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!